two. 1, 2. Thank you. Over to you, madam.
Thank you so much. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening because it's already 4. Right? నేను కొంచెం ట్రై చేస్తాను. గ్యారంటీ ఇవ్వలేను మొత్తం తెలుగులో చెప్తానని. వచ్చినంత వరకు ట్రై చేస్తాను. ఓకే, ఎందుకంటే ఎక్కువగా ఇంగ్లీష్ మాట్లాడతాను. మా మదర్ టంగ్ ఇస్ నాట్ తెలుగు. ఐఎమ్ ఫ్రమ్ బీహార్. అనిపించలేదు కదా? మై హస్బెండ్స్ మదర్ టంగ్ ఇస్ తెలుగు. So my child's mother tongue will be Hindi because I don't either use Bhojpuri at home or Telugu. My husband speaks Hindi. I speak Hindi. So national language, Zindabad. Okay. So I'll tell you a small story before I begin up what we are going to be dealing. ఇప్పుడు స్కూల్స్లో అడ్మిషన్స్ జరుగుతున్నాయి. మా పాప 3.5 సంవత్సరాలు. ఓకే, ఆమెకి అడ్మిషన్ తిరుగుతా ఉన్నా. అయితే స్కూల్లో ఫామ్స్ ఇస్తున్నారు. ఒక స్కూల్లో ఫామ్లో ఏం రాశారంటే డీటెయిల్స్, జనరల్ పేరేంటి, నాన్న పేరేంటి, తాత పేరేంటి, ఏ డ్రెస్, గా మళ్ళీ ఇంట్లో ఏ భాష మాట్లాడతారు అని రాశారు. ఎందుకంటే చిన్నపిల్లలు కదా, వాళ్ళు ఏదన్నా మాట్లాడితే టీచర్ అర్థమయ్యేటట్టు ఉండాలి. ఒక టీచర్ వచ్చింది అస్సాం నుంచి. మా అమ్మాయి తెలుగు మాట్లాడుతుంది. ఒక్క అర్థమవుతుందా? లేదు. సో టు కీప్ అప్ విత్ దట్ ఛాలెంజ్ దే వాంట్ టు నో వాట్ ఈస్ ద చైల్డ్స్ టంగ్, నాట్ మదర్ టంగ్, ఫాదర్ టంగ్, ద చైల్డ్స్ టంగ్, రైట్? సో దిస్ ఈస్ హౌ ఇంట్రెస్టింగ్ ద వరల్డ్ ఈస్ ఇవాల్వింగ్. నోబడీ ఈస్ బాదర్డ్ అబౌట్ what language you speak or I speak. One universal or global language, English. So primarily that is the reason that we choose to speak in English, because tomorrow when you become entrepreneurs, you don't limit yourself to the little world. Hyderabad maatrame, Kukkadapalli maatrame, Amirpet maatrame, లేదు కదా? We'll think of America maatrame, conquer the world కదా? So keeping that in mind, ఇంగ్లీష్లో కూడా వాదిస్తా, తెలుగులో కూడా ట్రై చేస్తా. ఓకే, సో ఆన్ ద స్లైడ్ ఐఎమ్ డూయింగ్ అబౌట్ పర్సనల్ బ్రాండింగ్. టాపిక్ ఈజ్ అబౌట్ యువర్ ఓన్ సెల్ఫ్ అండ్ ఇమేజ్ బిల్డింగ్. వాట్ ఈస్ పర్సనల్ బ్రాండింగ్, వాట్ ఈస్ ఇమేజ్ బిల్డింగ్, హౌ ఈజ్ ఇట్ డిఫరెంట్, అది చూస్తూ ఉంటాం వైల్ వీఆర్ గోయింగ్ ఆన్ టు ద స్లైడ్స్. వాట్ డూ యూ సీ? వాట్ డస్ ఇట్ ఇండికేట్? రెడ్ కలర్ అంటే ఏంటి? డేంజరా? నేను మీరంతా లవ్ అంటారేమో అనుకున్నా, రొమాన్స్ అంటారేమో అనుకున్నా. రెడ్ ఈస్ ద కలర్ ఆఫ్ స్ట్రెంగ్త్. దట్ ఈస్ ద ఫస్ట్ థింగ్ that is required as an entrepreneur. Remember, that is why the red car. Okay, so the next one was which bike? Royal Enfield, right? I am not a big time bike brandy, but I am a big time biker. Okay, that's my bike picture. Okay, what was next? Rolex watch, right? You all are recognizing. Dan tarvata em unde? Hyderabad is known for two things. What? Food and movies. In my days, I'm not too old, I just turned 18 last night, right? Still I'll say in my days, when we think of time pass, cinema koda, ekkada hotel lo check chesi buffet lunch or dinner try cheddam, right? That's the trend even today. I won't say my days, I will say today's days as well. So Hyderabadis are known, thank you so much for setting this up. Food. So those are the four things. I'll come to what I mean by showing you these images. What do you see? Woo! Woo! Yes. Before that, woo! What are the pictures? Shoes? Nike shoes, correct. And what are we seeing? Food product? Amol, right? Made in India. Remember? That's the reason. Next is our favorite. Woo! Right? Yes. The brand himself. Right? Now I'll ask you a few questions. What do you think is common between these products that you see on the screen before? Brand. They are a brand in itself. That means they have created something for themselves. A brand ayindi. A brand ayinapulla image ayindi. What was brand? Rajnikant and the film star Rajnikant. Right? What you cannot do, Rajnikant can do. Right? There is nothing that Rajnikant can't do. Right? So that's the way. He first built up a brand of himself, and then he was an image. Rajnikant is an image. I will tell you the difference as we progress. So brand is mostly associated with products and image with people. Once we build our brand, then the image comes up. Whose picture do you see on the screen? Awesome, Mother Teresa. Next, who is this? Woo! You all know that. Good. That means you're studying the job market as well. Okay, who is this? How many of you have him as the favorite? Woo! So all of y'all can dance after my session on the stage. Next. I know I had a different picture in my original PPT. Then I choose to have Sachin. I love him too. Right? We all love him. That's why I said I love him too, because I know you all did with the sound. So that's our favorite Sachin Tendulkar. Once again, all these people are brand in themselves, right? But we expect at the end of this program, Impact Entrepreneurship, all of us down the line, matlab down matlab niche nahi hai, paina. As we progress in life, paiki velta untam jeevitamlo, we all should be one among them. Choose the field, choose your passion, choose the value, and choose your field. I wish. Okay, what is the common thing? You already mentioned about it. You all were right about them being brands and image, had their own images. Okay? Now, if this branding is associated with human being, like I told you before, then it is called as image. Manishi aite image, product aite brand. Chinna teda. Gani manam first manishunna kuda first mana brand create cheyali, appude mana image ostundi. Because it is the next level. Because people will understand the word brand and value for brand, and then we move to the image part of it. But throughout, like Shruti was mentioning, in the afternoon when I walked in, Sriram was mentioning, there are few things that we should keep in mind as we become, I would say, entrepreneurs. I wouldn't say leaders, because entrepreneurs evolve into being leaders. You have to first be a follower, and then you evolve into being an entrepreneur. Three major important things that you should consider is consistency, which we are repeating. I think all the speakers must be talking about it. Visibility, because I'm talking of branding. That is why visibility is important. And originality. Copycatlu voddu. Originality undali. Right? Padipon. Bhayapadakandi. Padipoyina bounce ayi vapas vasta. Right? I'll tell you another interesting story. To build up my own brand, I had to work a lot. I'm not a big time entrepreneur, a small time entrepreneur. I don't market myself too much, because priorities are on the family right now. But then 5 years back, I used to be huge. I love to tell this story because I never thought I could be from that to this and from this to this, right? I used to be 140 kgs, and I started working on my weight. First month, the toughest thing was to lose that first few kgs. I lost 33 kgs in the first month. Okay, so when you are on the machine on day 1 after your diet program starts, which is actually starving, because I am a foodaholic, typical Hyderabadi. First day machine మీద నుంచుంటే అర్ధ చటాక్ కూడా తగ్గలే. చటాక్ అంటే ఎంత? 50 grams, 50 గ్రాములు. అర్ధ చటాక్ కూడా తగ్గల. మస్తు డిప్రెషన్ వచ్చేసింది. ఈ అబ్బో ఇంత కష్టపడ పొద్దు నుంచి చుక్క నీళ్లు కూడా తాగల. అట్లాంటి పరిస్థితుల్లో అర్ధ చటాక్ తగ్గల. బట్ యు నో కన్సిస్టెన్సీ వర్క్. ఫస్ట్ వీక్ I lost 1.5 kg. I said, oh shit, this is not my target. Target is 80 kgs out of 140. Huge target, right? Look up there, right? For that consistency and perseverance, patience. So, worked on it. And the month 1 when it ended, it was on 25th of June. Okay, when it ended, it showed 33 kg, zoop, down. And I said, wow, I am just about a few kilograms above 100. It is good. I'm not near to 150. 1.5 ton kaadu. 1 ton lo vachesanu. Right? It's an achievement. But slowly it was a journey. I succeeded. I came to 69. And then I had my baby and I'm bloating after that. No exercise. So that's different. But so originality is very important. We have to keep that in mind. And now, when we think of Mother Teresa, I'll be coming back to inspirational people because they are brand in themselves. Mother Teresa, one thought that comes into our mind is that humanness in her. Telugulo emantaru? Humanity ni? Manatvam, correct. Okay, I was near correctly. Okay. So, that is what comes. The moment, I don't know how many of you have ever visited places of Mother Teresa, the home of charity. I did visit and I feel very blessed that I met her because she is one who has brought that being humbleness in me. I used to be very arrogant. I belong to a very royal family, so I used to be very arrogant. Eldest in the family, so all the more arrogant. Na? Princess, kaise rehti hai? Arrogant. You should not smile. Right? So I wouldn't smile. So building up your brand, you have to take inspiration from people and absorb positive from them. Absorb చేస్తేనే సరిపోదు. దాన్ని మీ సిస్టంలో, మీ రక్తంలో ఉంచుకోవాలి దాన్ని. రైట్? అబ్జార్బ్ చేసి బౌన్స్ బ్యాక్ కాదు. వైట్ లైట్ వస్తుంది, గ్రీన్ లైట్ బయటకు వెళ్తుందా? నేను గ్రీన్ కనపడుతుందన్నా? కాదు కదా, ఏదో స్కిన్ కలర్, సమ్ కలర్, రైట్? But white light is falling on me and I am giving one color, that is a color you see, right? That should be your image. Absorb all the positiveness, that is white power from people, and build up your brand. Next, when you see Srivox, what is the thought that comes into your mind? Yeah? Louder. Okay, it's only apple. Not being innovator. I'm talking of being different, being unique, being special, right? So he was the innovator. That is why he was special, not because of Apple. Now a lot of people have taken up that Apple technology, and phone which is worth 60,000 is coming in 2-3,000 also, right? Duplicate China made things, right? So the innovation was important, so he was the innovator. Probably he did not innovate the phone, the technology, but the idea of innovating that technology. Right? Michael Jackson. Yeah? The pop star, right? The only pop star. I think nobody can compete with him, so he's the king of pop. Oh, my favorite. Woo! Woo! Yeah. So what comes? The cricket icon, right? Yes? Okay. So there must be a lot of people who inspire to be them. So the focus is that vision is very clear. That is my vision and I'm not compromising on anything less. So you have to drill yourself. Anta shrama, anta kashtapadali, anta body, mana lifestyle lo system undali. One after the other, step after step. He did not jump from being street player to being a Ranji Trophy player and then coming to India level player, right? Step by step. గల్లీలో ఆడారు, మళ్ళీ కమ్యూనిటీలో ఆడాడు, మళ్ళీ బాంబే రిప్రజెంట్ చేశాడు, మళ్ళీ రంజీ ట్రోఫీ, అండ్ సో హీ గ్రూ. హీ డిడ్ నాట్ జంప్ ఎట్ ఎ టైమ్, రైట్? సో ఎవ్రీబడి హ్యాస్ టు ఫాలో ద స్టెప్స్. యూ కాంట్ జంప్ అండ్ రీచ్ ద స్కై ఇన్ వన్ స్టెప్. It won't be consistent. Now this word, what is personal branding, was first used by a writer, Tom, that is his book, The Brand Called You. He used that word branding and imaging first time there. So that's, in case you interested, you all can go and look for that book and read it. I think e-book also is available now. What is personal branding is about how you can be powerful, how you can well define yourself, your own self. నాలో ఇది స్ట్రెంగ్త్ ఉంది, ఇవి వీక్నెస్ ఉన్నాయి, నాకు తెలుసు నేను ఇవి చేయగలుగుతాను, నాకు ఆ కోరిక ఉంది, అవి చేయడానికి నేను ఏమేమి శ్రద్ధ చేయాలి, ఏమేమి శ్రమ పడాలి, ఆ లిస్ట్ రాసుకుంటే దాన్ని ఇంగ్లీష్లో స్వాట్ అనాలిసిస్ అంటారు. స్ట్రెంగ్త్, వీక్నెస్, ఆపర్చునిటీస్ అండ్ థ్రెట్స్. నేను ఎంటర్ప్రెన్యూర్ అయ్యానంటే శాలరీ ఇంటికి రాదు, శాలరీ రాకపోతే మా నాన్న నన్ను ఇంట్లో లోపలికి రానివ్వరు, ఎందుకంటే నేను నా కాంట్రిబ్యూషన్ చేయట్లేదు. ఆయన చదివించడం వరకు ఆయన జాబ్, హీస్ డన్ హిస్ పార్ట్, నౌ ఈజ్ మై జాబ్ టు కాంట్రిబ్యూట్ టు ద ఫ్యామిలీ, రైట్? సో ఫర్గెట్ దట్ ఈగో, ఫోకస్ ఆన్ హౌ యూ విల్ సపోర్ట్ యువర్ ఫ్యామిలీ. So that ego goes, but still how you know yourself, use your strength to the maximum, your threats to the minimum, work so that your threats becomes your strength. నా థ్రెట్ ఏంటంటే నేను చాలా ఎమోషనల్, but I use it in a positive way. I go to places where I can use that emotions in a positive way. So that becomes a strength in those opportunities where you can use emotions. Then your ideas always should be positive. There should be no result of negativity in the original idea that you have to become a brand that you want to build yourself. And this is particularly applied to individuals when we are talking of personal branding. Again, 3 things of who you are, self-analysis cheyali. There is no big examiner of yourself than you, your own self, right? Can you lie to yourself? ఎంతమంది అబద్ధం ఆడొచ్చు? నేను లావుగా లేను, నేను ఐశ్వర్య రాయ్. ఎంతమంది ఆ అబద్ధం ఆడతారు? నేను ఆడగలుగుతానా? ఓ యూ లై, యూ ట్రై, it will not help you. See, good that one hand has come. It's a challenge that you will challenge your own self. Okay, if I feel, for example, what's your name, guy? Kiran. Oh, wow, it reminds me of Shah Rukh Khan and Juhi Chawla's movie, right? Dar. Kiran was the name, right? Let's get back. Okay, so Kiran, I will keep that challenge to you. The moment you stop lying to yourself, you will feel more complete and more confident. And once you feel confident, you can conquer. So if you want to conquer, first thing is don't tell lies to yourself, right? I'll come to it, why you should be truthful to your own self, and while you're assessing that nenevaru. So when you're talking of nenevaru, ante నీ స్ట్రెంగ్త్ వచ్చేస్తుంది, మీ వీక్నెసెస్ వచ్చేస్తాయి, నేనేం చేయగలుగుతాను, ఏం చేయగలను, ఒకవేళ ఇదే కరెక్ట్ టైమేనా, హైదరాబాదేనా, లేదు నేను దుబాయ్కి వెళ్ళి చెయ్యాలా, దుబాయ్లో ఎక్కువ మార్కెట్ ఉంది, ఇండియాలో లేదు, ఇండియాలో హైదరాబాద్లో లేదు, నాగ్పూర్లో ఉంది మార్కెట్, రైట్? ఐఎమ్ డిజైనింగ్ ఎ, లెట్స్ థింక్ ఆఫ్ వెరీ ఏన్షియంట్ టైమ్, రైట్? ఐఎమ్ డిజైనింగ్ ఎ స్టీమ్ ఇంజిన్ which works with coal. So which is the best place to set up that industry? Somewhere where there is coal mines, right? So you'll go to a coal mine belt, maybe Dhanbad, Jharkhand area, or maybe apna this Ramgundam, Godavari Khani, Khammam, Bhadrachalam belt in Andhra Pradesh, right? Chandrapur, Nagpur, aa belt lo, correct? If I am wrong, please correct me. Akadeli industry set up chestar because it will reduce your cost of production. Again, ROI, what is the return on investment that you are doing? So it's very important to understand what you have to offer. Next, first understand what you are, what you have got to offer, and the third is what makes you you. That is being unique, being relevant, being special, being different from the competitors. Competition is there. I wouldn't say there is no competition. But how are you going to cut that competition by being unique, different, and then later on collaborate? Because if you are thinking of not collaborating, it's not going to work. Woo! I think I need to show again somebody. So, when you are branding yourself, very important mission. నేనేం చేయాలి, ఎందుకు చేయాలి, ఎప్పుడు చేయాలి, ఎట్లా చేయాలి, vision. What is your vision? Then the mission of doing that vision, of whatever you are trying to achieve, and most important is the value system. I am sure a lot of speakers have spoken to you about how you can go to the next level of being an entrepreneur, but value system is very important because that will take you to places. You cannot be saying yes to something now and later on in a different scenario saying no to that. You have to be consistent again when you're deciding your values. Obviously, those values will define who actually you are. Now, when you are doing your personal image building, there are two things that makes you as a human, right? Because it's human, it's individual that defines nenevaro, right? Okavela nenu Varsha aite, there are two things that will define Varsha. I think when sir was speaking, Jawahar garu, he started off ki Madam garu B.Ed chesaru, MA chesaru, MBA chesaru. So those was things that are attached to this physical personalities. Those things are called tangible aspects. That is attached to me. So they are tangible. Intangible is my own self, right? How I look, how I carry myself, how I am making people feel. Once I remember one of my teachers when I was studying said, you know Varsha, it was to the class, but I was very argumentative when I was in the class because that inquisitive nature didn't die very easily. So she said, you know what, people will remember okay, not able to hear? I'm sorry. People will remember you for two things. One is if you have done really bad to them. One is if you have made a difference in their life. That means they will only remember how you made them feel. So that how you are making people feel about yourself is the intangible thing that cannot go away from you. Your qualifications can keep adding, your qualities can keep adding, but your personality, what it is, will remain the same. So try to build up such kind of personality about your own self, which is very positive with high value system. I always believe in that personal touch. Whenever you're doing business, marketing, when you go to sell a product, try to find more about your other client. Do a study about, if you're going to a bigger organization, study about the client's business, etc. And also learn a little bit background about the client. For example, you were going up and meeting first time Gampa, sir. I went to Google, looked for him, YouTube, everything, right? So found out what he is in, and then when I met him, for me he didn't seem stranger. And then when I connected, I think first time when we met, we felt as if we knew each other. He hardly knew me, just beyond my name, little bit beyond my name, but I knew him as much as his public images. I don't know personally what he is, but public image is what I know about him. When I go to meet certain clients, recently, last 1 week, I have been interviewing people for training program that I am coming up with. So I'm talking to people from Guwahati, from Chandigarh, Delhi, down south, Chennai, Bangalore. Every time I talk to them, after some few sentences, maybe 5 minutes or so, I start getting very personal with them. Oh, so what's your background? Where are you from? And try to know. Suddenly I opened one resume recently and I read, oh my God, you are from Sacred Hearts. And I called up, I said, hi Anuradha, you're from Sacred Hearts. She said, huh, world is so small. I said, I studied in that school when I was in nursery. She said, I taught in that school in 2009. Right? Some connect, some personal connect. That is very important and that will help you crack a deal. You are good, no doubt. That is why you are in the market. But how do you, while you are doing selling tricks, that personal connect, that little twitch of knowing, अरे आप बिहार से हो, अरे नमस्ते, आपका कौन सा गांव है? He'll say मुंगेर, oh मेरा तो खगड़िया है, मेरी माँ का पटना है, and I'll start off. अर्थाइंदा, మా నాన్న ఊరు खगड़िया, मामदी पटना, ओ आप मुंगेर के हैं, मुंगेर का तो मंगल पांडे भी था. समझ में आया? Connect. I am nowhere Bihari. I am just born to parents who are Biharis. I am hardcore Hyderabadi, Telanganaite. Pura, Sampurna Telanganaite. I think I am among those few non-resident Andhra Telangana, I will slash it because we recently got separated, who knows to read, write, speak Telugu as well as type Telugu using English keyboard, mind you. So I have worked for several government projects where I developed worksheets for children. Chote chote bache. I work for school programs, so I did that. That is where, you know, inspiration to motivate yourself to do something, and I learned typing Telugu using English keyboard. So that personal branding is very important for us because we are building up an image for yourself. How many know her? Seen her? Know her ante mana inti pakkana untunda? Kaadu kada. Seen her? TV show lo. Right? Do you know a little background about her? Who knows? Please walk up. One person walk up on the stage. No. Come on. No problem. Mic. Okay, mic in Anna. Hello? Okay, mic తీసుకో. So what do you know? అక్కడ నుంచి చెప్పేసి ఏం కాదు.
She is a bread seller. She will sell the breads.
మైక్ ఆన్ చేయి. ఆన్ లేదా? She's yes, now say.
She is selling the breads.
Okay. She is a TV host as well, right?
Yes.
Yeah?
Actually, firstly, she is
Okay, so she is a TV host. We know her because of that. Yes, chap Nana.
and firstly she is a bread seller.
Okay.
And from there, one music and lyric writer saw her and take a photo, and by that he kept in a FB post, and by that she became very famous. And from there, she is getting modeling, and she became very famous in that.
Okay, so she used to sell bread. That is what he says the story is. Somebody saw her, clicked a picture, put her on Facebook, and then she was one of those most liked pictures, right? And then she became a model, and then it's history. But there is more to the background. It's not that. She belonged to a very, very, very poor family, and she had, I suppose that I recall, about 8 siblings. అర్థమైందా? అక్క చెల్లెళ్ళు అన్న తమ్ముళ్ళు మొత్తం కలిపేసి 8 మంది ఉన్నారు ఫ్యామిలీలో. And I believe she was the youngest in the family. Obviously youngest. Just now Shruti, where are you? You gone? Shruti was saying, ఇంట్లో అందరికంటే చిన్నవాళ్ళు ఉంటే అందరికంటే ఎక్కువ ముద్దు, లాడ్, ప్యార్, గారబం, right words దొరుకుతుంది, and you never grow up. And she used to be very fat as well. So to make that image that she is today, she worked hard. Conscious movement. And that is what we should do as entrepreneur. Calculate risk, conscious movement. Okay, the calculation of risk is what she did and became a personality. So how do a personality be created? There is a very simple formula. Qualities that is inherent, qualities that can be acquired. Then abilities, your strength. You remember I said strength, abilities. And then finally it is summed up with those areas that you need to work. Simple formula. Right? First enti qualities. Next abilities. Qualities can be acquired, right? I want to become Miss India. I'll start working on my weight. Today, now itself, I'll start running from here to high-tech city. I live in high-tech city, right? ఇక్కడ నుంచి అక్కడ వరకు. How many kilometers? I think around 30 kilometers it is. Whatsoever. That's a fun. You can't hear me? వినపడుతుందా? Okay, no here. So qualities can be acquired. I want to become XYZ. I want to contest for Miss India. First let's start off Miss Hyderabad, right? So I'll start working on my weight. I can't lose my age because eligibility is 17 onwards. I turned 18 yesterday night, so I'm eligible. So that quality I qualify, right? Then your abilities, how well you can talk, how well you can walk, etc., etc., etc. That the grooming person will do it, right? We have image consultants nowadays. Who is the latest one who used that image consultant as a consultant? Our beloved Prime Minister, right? He had an image consultant who helped him brand himself as Modi the brand. Okay, there are a lot of other components that is involved in being a brand you are. So marketing is one of them, media is one of them, how you dress, what shoes you wear, which color you wear, everything the image consultant will keep telling you. So your qualities are taken care, abilities, you have to work towards acquiring those skills if you do not have, so that you can conquer. And areas of improvement, obviously when you're conquering your threats, you are able to conquer the areas where you have to work. Now personal branding, these are the three more important things that you need to remember is, know what you want actually. Know what you want actually is very important, okay? What you want, why you want to be an entrepreneur? खुजली है भाई, किसी के नीचे काम नहीं करना है भाई. I want to be my own boss, right? बहुत लोगों को ये खुजली होती है, मुझे भी है, right? But it's not true. Before you want to be an entrepreneur, independent, before you want to be your own boss, you must learn how to be a boss. To learn how to be a boss, you should have a role model, right? So work under some nasty boss, right? Nasty ones. I have gone through. But lucky I had great leaders who were mentors, and that's what is also important. In your life, it's very important to choose a mentor. Now, how you're planning to impress people? Is it talk? Is it your appearance? Or what? Is it your product? Right? Because it's very important to talk about the product, because that's what you are going to sell. So how are you going to impress your clients? What words, what technology are you going to use so that your product is saleable? So that's equally important. Next is, how do you give value of the money that is being invested on you / your product? Because you're representing your product, right? Correct? If you're an entrepreneur, that means you're selling something. As a trainer, as a coach, I'm selling my skill of training, facilitating, coaching, etc., blah, 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 right? So it's very important that people should find value. ఏదైనా మనం కొనడానికి పోతే 10,000కి చీర కొన్నామంటే, ఎందుకు ఆ 10,000 కొన్నావా, రేపు బయట వేసుకొని పోతే ఎవరికన్నా నేను 50,000లో కొన్నానంటే నమ్మేస్తారా? అట్లా ఉండాలి, రైట్? If you're buying something, it should give the value of that. I'm giving a simple example because I'm a lady, I will talk about sarees, although I don't wear much, but then still, right? For boys, what? Jeans, only brand jeans, right? I know of people who very easily carry off street vendor jeans under brand names. आप स्ट्रीट वेंडर के पास से, hey, joking यार, it must be Levi, you're joking. Yes, there are people who carry off because of their personality and the image they carry. आप कैसे स्ट्रीट वेंडर के पास ले सकते हो? क्यों नहीं ले सकते हो भाई? दुबई शॉपिंग में गया था, वहाँ पे स्ट्रीट वेंडर के पास से लिया. How does it matter whether it's brand or not? Whether it's a factory reject or not? Brand is brand, right? Okay. So the value of money is very important. Then comes the value proposition. తెలుగులో ఏం చెప్తారు, ప్రపోజిషన్ తెలియదు కానీ వాల్యూ ఇస్ దానికి ఉన్న మూల్యం. ఇస్ ఇట్ వర్త్ ఇట్? హిందీ మే బోల్తే నా అన్మోల్, తెలుగులో ఏమంటారు నాకు తెలీదు. ఓకే, సో ఆ వాల్యూ ప్రపోజిషన్లో మీ బ్రాండ్ వాట్ ఎవర్ యు ఆర్ యాజ్ అన్ ఎంటర్ప్రెన్యూర్ ఎంత ఉంది అది ఇంపార్టెంట్. ప్లస్ ఇట్ మీన్స్ దాట్ if somebody is paying you, I know a lot of trainers who get paid per program that they do, about 7, 10 lakh, 20 lakh programs. And sometimes it is, yes, eyebrows raised up. It is just a day's program, mind you, 8 hours of program. They get paid that much. So if there are, let's suppose if there are 20 participants, other expenses met, how much are each of them paying? So keeping that in mind, whether they're getting value for what they are attending also is important. And obviously competition with the competitors. This is very important. I want this slide not to be missed. For a good personal branding, these are few factors that you should keep in mind. Have a good image. Negative image oddu. I am not a villain, I am hero, Bahubali. Okay? No negative image. Then good attitude. Eppudu manchiga pravartichali. Whether you are meeting a chaparasi or a rickshaw puller or a street vendor, or you are meeting a CEO of a company, your attitude should be good. Next is always take ownership and responsibility of whatever you do. Okay? ఒక తప్పు అయిపోయిందంటే అయ్యో బాబాయ్ నేను చేయలే వాడు చేశాడు, లేదు నేనే చేశాను, సారీ నేను జాగ్రత్త పడలేను, నెక్స్ట్ టైం జాగ్రత్త పడతా, ఐ హ్యావ్ లెర్న్ ఫ్రమ్ దిస్ మిస్టేక్, ఐ విల్ నెవర్ రిపీట్ ఇట్. అకౌంటబిలిటీ, ఓనర్షిప్ అండ్ రెస్పాన్సిబిలిటీ. Always be prompt and orderly. Somebody called up. Today I am on calls. My call is coming continuously on my phone. Whenever I am seeing my phone, I am just sending them a message that I am in a session. I will get back to you after 8 p.m. or tomorrow morning after 8:30 p.m. Okay? So promptness, very important. That means people will understand that you value them and you're not ignoring them. Okay? Because that is very important in business. Follow all office etiquettes, very important. It's an elaborate thing, all the rules and regulations, because you're going to be a leader. If you follow, your followers will follow, remember. Then have lot of integrity and honesty. Honesty will take you places. Last but not least, you must remember that you should be a good communicator. Communicator ante English lone maatladalani kaadu, ఏదన్నా భాషలో మాట్లాడితే ఏది చెప్పాలి అది చెప్పగలగాలి. I want to say, for example, I am a very big girl and I am showing hand. So in communication, body language kuda vastundi. So appropriate body language is very necessary to be a good communicator, and you must know where to speak, what to speak and how to speak. So these are again separate modules that you can work on. I am putting all of them together. We tend to forget when we are talking about branding some things, neglecting use of personal branding altogether. We tend to forget using our own personal brand. We try to copy somebody. Rajnikant ee roju ee సినిమాలో ఇట్లాంటి జాకెట్ వేసుకున్నాడంటే నేను కూడా అదే వేసుకుంటానని. No, you should follow fashion. I'm not saying, but please keep yourself as a personal brand. ఇప్పుడు నేను బ్లాక్ వేసుకున్నా, suppose I can't recall, there is a friend of mine, he never wear white color. ఎందుకు నాన్న అంటే అయ్యా దళిద్రం పొలిటీషియన్స్ లా కనపడతాం అంటారు. No, white is sign of peace. Mother Teresa was wearing it as well, right? So sign of peace shows your being pure as well. So that personal branding ni marchipokuddu. Establishing a consistent persona. నేను ఈరోజు ప్యాంట్లో ఉన్నా, రేపు నన్ను హవాయిలో చూస్తే నన్ను గుర్తుపట్టలేరు. No, you should be able to recognize. My branding is, whenever people see me, they always look at my face first, for the reason that they want to see what jhumka I am wearing. For a change, I have worn a butterfly today, but I always wear jhumkas. I carry off with my trousers also jhumka. So people first look at my face and then they look at what color of sunglass I am wearing. So that's my persona. He always matching sunglasses. Oh wow. So that's the way. Right? Next is never be fake. మీరు ఏది ఉంటే అదే ఉండండి. నేను లావుగా ఉన్నానంటే ఐశ్వర్య లాగా ఫీలింగ్ ఇచ్చుకుంటా ఇట్లా నడుస్తే అవుతుందా? అవదు కదా. సో నెవర్ బీ ఫేక్, బీ యువర్ సెల్ఫ్, బీ జెన్యూన్, అది చాలా ఇంపార్టెంట్. నెక్స్ట్ వచ్చి ఆల్ ఆఫ్ యూ ఆల్ ఫెమిలియర్ విత్ సోషల్ మీడియా, బ్లాగింగ్ చేస్తూ ఉంటారు. గెస్ట్ బ్లాగింగ్ చేయండి, ఇవాల్వ్ యాజ్ ఇండిపెండెంట్ బ్లాగర్స్. సో that will create an image for yourself and a brand. And don't forget about being social. Startups అందరు ఉన్నారు, స్టార్టప్ ఫోరం ఉంది, స్టార్టప్ చాలా మీటింగ్స్ జరుగుతున్నాయి. గో టు దోస్ ప్లేసెస్, యూ విల్ మీట్ అప్ పీపుల్, ఐడియాస్, ప్రాబబ్లీ యూ కెన్ partner with people, things like that. So those are social. See, I will talk of movie stars. I know Sunny Deol, right? New movie, first time you see him in media. ఇంతకు ముందు ఎప్పుడైనా చూసారా? ఏ మూవీ కన్నా ఎప్పుడు వచ్చాడా పబ్లిక్లో? రాలే. He understood one thing is that media, especially social media, plays a great role in making your movie a super duper hit. So he is using that social media for his benefit. All the actors are on Twitter, Facebook. You go on my Facebook, you'll find few actors as my friends. Okay? And never miss local opportunities. I am made for America, I won't do anything chota mota in India. Hyderabad, no, kaadu. Right? You have to look for local opportunities, encash them, step by step grow. Probably those local opportunities will be the doors for you for those bigger opportunities. Forgetting about your followers, please do not forget if you have fans. Right? All of us will have fans. Girls ఎక్కువ ఉంటారు కదా, తప్పనా? గర్ల్స్కి ఎక్కువ మంది ఫ్యాన్ ఉంటారు, బాయ్స్కి తక్కువ ఉంటారు. నో వే. As much as Abhishek Bachchan will have fans, that many fans, followers will be there for Aishwarya. So it is for us. We are all unique and special. We all will have fans. Please never forget your friends, followers. Please answer their phones. Later on, give a message if you are busy. Right? So never forget your followers when you have become big time stars. Question. Question. Correct pronunciation. Yes, what you saying? My contact details are on the screen. Thank you so much for being a lovely audience. Love you all. My mobile number is 98480-89054. I am on Facebook, Varsha Singh. You can add me as your friend there. If I don't pick up a call, please send a message. I surely call back. My TAT is 48 hours, okay, not abhi kabhi, 48 hours. You know what TAT is, right? TAT, TAT, turn around time. Okay? Thank you so much. Love you all.